Hello and welcome to Todd Miller TV, joined today here with Ryan Alexander, a Las Vegas attorney and Harvard Law graduate. Want to talk about short sales.
Okay.
So there's a lot of law firms now doing short sales.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the maybe the benefits potentially to a person to use a law firm versus not, and then the benefits of using a real estate agent, and just kind of talk about those a little bit. So what are some of the benefits? Like, why would somebody, okay, you have two people. You have a law firm. We'll just call it XYZ law firm. And then you have real estate agent who's done, for 5 years, that's all they've done is short sales, let's just say, right?
Yeah.
So what would be a benefit of using a law firm?
Well, I would think that the benefit to using a law firm to do a short sale would be in a situation where you intend to do the short sale process as a stall tactic and then do some sort of litigation involving the title of your property. So if you intend to ultimately litigate the property, then you might want to try and see if you can short sell with an attorney. Other than that, though, there's really no process that the attorney does that the realtor can't do.
Okay.
And when I refer people out for short sales, what I'm looking for out of the short sale provider is experience, but also dedicated staff to process the short sale. There's a lot of paperwork involved, and what I'm looking for as the attorney is someone say, okay, I know that they have enough people, I know that they have the experience, and I know that they have a satisfied client base. The risk of the attorney doing the short sales, if they're just adding that on to another practice in the debt relief field, is determining, okay, are they really prepared to do that? Are they really prepared to handle those types of cases?
Okay.
But I don't think that there's any requirement to need an attorney for the short sale because the realtor calls up and gets the same paperwork done.
All right. So do you think that, so like an example would be, we're doing a short sale in our office. We get the letter at the end that says this is potential, and sometimes it says nothing. It's like total forgiveness, everything's good. But sometimes there's a promissory note, there's some terms that come with it. So we send them over to like an attorney like yourself. You
Correct.
sit down and go through what the potential good or bad or indifferent, right? Do you think that there's a conflict of interest at all with the same person saying, you should do a short sale, and then when the letter comes in the end, the demand statement or whatever letter saying, oh yeah, you should definitely, this is not that bad or whatever. Like,
I don't see an obvious conflict of interest, but that attorney is still going to have to tell you, this is our opinion of it, we're processing the transaction, so if you if you're going to commit to the contract, they might say, okay, well you could have a third party look at it. You know, because a lot of attorneys will review the contract for the realtor firm who is doing the transaction. But if it's the attorney who's doing the transaction and interpreting the contract, there wouldn't be a prohibition against interpreting the contract. But if you're in if you have a business interest in the transaction, it would be prudent for the attorney's disclaimer to say you might want to talk to a third party who's not economically interested in the transaction for approval.
all right.
That would be the only feedback I would have on that.
So bottom line is really whoever has the experience, whoever has the staff who's done them before, and probably, I would say, track record? Look
Correct.
for someone with a track record.
Well, and a lot of listings. I mean, you want to look for someone who's got listings already out there and is processing homes on a regular basis. And if I was a buyer or a seller, I would be looking for someone who's got, properties listed, they're advertising in the regular places where realtors advertise for buyers and sellers of homes, because I want to make sure as a seller my home gets to people who are looking for homes.
Right.
And that's another thing that if you're just if they're just starting up a new practice area as a law firm, they won't have that background or that basis to have a client base and have an advertising base for homes.
Right. Yeah, and it's funny because some of the local law firms that are doing that have actually hired real estate agents, because I see now that the broker of the company will be an agent who somebody I know, that is now
Yeah.
working, as the broker for the law firm on the real estate side, so that the principals in the law firm don't really have to get licensed. Just the broker technically gets licensed. So, and and it's really still the real estate team doing it. They're just doing it with a label on it. This is law firm.
And I could see that for the lawyer's point of view. If I was going to say, well, let's open a real estate branch, and I don't have any real estate experience, what the easiest way is if you could just buy someone out or make them a business offer to basically absorb their realty practice.
Right.
And then you're really just getting the realty practice. You're not getting the law firm. You're getting the realty practice that underlies.
Well, but I think what you're buying is a perception of it's got law firm on it now, which is really what it is. It's a law firm doing short sales when it's a real estate company that's using marketing of law firm.
But unless you intend to go litigate that, like you're going to go to court afterwards with the lawyer really doesn't add to that transaction.
Right.
And unless you have some sort of sense of mind because you trust lawyers more than realtors, I think most studies would show that the consumer confidence is the other way around.
Car salesmen are in there somewhere.
But unless you intended to go to court with it afterwards, the lawyer doesn't add any value to the transaction, as far as I can see. Okay.
Perfect. All right. Well, that was the update. I just wanted to engage an attorney in short sales and all that. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being on video with me, and hope to see you on another video.